Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have an Age of Sigmar battle report for you. It's going to be me playing Living Cities, my beloved Wanderers army, versus my brother playing with the Beasts of Chaos. We're going to be playing a 2,000 point match play game, and we're going to be playing the match play scenario called Power Struggle. There's 5 objectives on the table, 1 in the center, 1 in each quarter, and you get points for controlling them for 2 consecutive turns is the big thing in this scenario. Let's go check out those armies though. Let's get straight into it. Beast of Chaos versus Living City. Let's get cracking. And so here we have 2,000 points of Living City, Cities of Sigmar. For starters, we have our Nomad Prince here. He's going to be our general. He's going to have the Druid of the Everspring command trait. That's going to make him a wizard, and he's going to get to pick 1 spell. So we're then going to have the Spirit of Dirthy, which is going to have Spirit of the Hunt as our artifact. And then we're going to have the Tree Lord Ancient, who's going to have the Regrowth spell for the extra D6 heal. Honoured Retinue for our General is going to be the 10 Wildwood Rangers. And then we've got 2 units of 20 Wildwood Rangers, a unit of 20 Eternal Guard, and 2 units of 5 Wild Riders, and the Aether Void Pendulum in our army. Battalion-wise, we've got a battle regiment with an extra couple of drops on top of that, but that's it for us. And here we have 2,000 points of Beasts of Chaos. We're going to be in the Allherd sub-faction, and our general is going to be the Beast Lord, and he's going to have both the artifact and the command trait that are required from the sub-faction. We've got a command entourage with our Great Brave Shaman, Beast Lord, and one of the Dragon Ogre Shagoths there. Then we've got a battle regiment encompassing most of our other units. But we're going to get an extra artifact, so there's going to be the Knowing Eye, and we're going to put that on the Brave Shaman. Then we've just got 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, a Chimera, a Jabberslayer, the 2 Shagoths as mentioned, 2 units of 10 Bestigor, a unit of 20 Ungor Raiders, and 3 units of 10 Ungor, rounding out our list. This is the smaller of the 2 armies, so it's going to get a Triumph, and it's going to go for the re-rollable charge. Grand strategy for this army, we've got Hold the Line here for the Beasts of Chaos, and then we have the same grand strategy, Hold the Line, for the Cities of Sigmar. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website, and also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like Finest Hour and Heroic Leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. And so here we are all deployed for the game. So for our Cities of Sigmar, we've got our General and his Honoured Retinue over here with another 20 Wildwood Rangers. We've then got 5 Wild Riders out on that flank. And also on the other flank, the Tree Lord Ancient and the Eternal Guard on the other objective. And across the table, we have the Jabberslayer Beast Lord with some Ungor, the Bestigor at the front there, the Brave Shaman near the Herdstone, Dragon Ogres and their Shagoth lying up, the Chimera behind, and the Ungor Raiders on the other flank. For the Beasts of Chaos, we've got 10 Ungor and 10 Bestigor in reserve. And for the Cities of Sigmar, we've got Spirit of Dirthy and 20 Wildwood Rangers in reserve. With that said, Cities finished deploying first, so we're going to give the first turn to the Beasts of Chaos. And so, Heroic Leadership to start the game for the Dragon Ogre Shagoth. He does not get it. And for the Nomad Prince, he doesn't get it either, so no Heroic Leadership for the armies. Alright, so start of the Beasts of Chaos turn. They've gone for Ferocious Advance to pick the 2 Dragon Ogre Shagoths and the Chimera there for the battle tactic to try and get an extra point. Next up, we're going to go with sacrificing the Ungor, so D3 sacrifices for 2. And then, are you going to choose to spend the command point as your Allherd ability for the extra one? Yeah, so they're going to use Allherd as well to spend a command point, so there's going to be a total of 4 for the first turn. Alright, so to start off the hero phase, Dragon Ogre Shagoth here is going to attempt Chronomatic Cogs. He does it, that's a 7. I can't stop that, no wizards in range. Well, he might be, we'll have a look. And no, I'm out of range, most certainly with the Ancient, so Chronomatic Cogs has gone down there. Next spell in the line, the other Shagoth is going to try Summon Lightning, so you need a 7 to cast, 6, fails to cast with that one. Then you've just got a Mystic Shield from your Brave Shaman back there. He's going to get that on a double 6. I can't stop that no matter what I want to do. And that goes on the Bestigor. So that's the hero phase done. So we're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of that is done. With that, that's the end of the hero phase. So it is time for some movement. So movement is all done for the Beasts of Chaos. The Ungor Raiders have moved up. We've got a unit of Bestigor coming from ambush. Dragon Oog's moved up and some Ungor zone out the backboard over there. Meanwhile, his 3 monsters in the center here run together, getting him his back to tactic and the extra point for them all being monsters. Dragon Ogres move into the center. The Brave Shaman just gets screened out by the Ungor, the Bestigor, the Beast Lord, and the Jabberslide goes up the flank on this side. Time for some shooting. Alrighty, so Ungor Raiders are going to shoot. I'm going to elect to use all-out defense for a command point. So go ahead. 4s to hit. And 3s to wound with the Ungor Raiders. It's going to be 6. And so we need 4 up saves thanks to all-out defense. We're going to take 3 wounds, but we are near Mystical here. So we're going to have 3 6-up wards. Hopefully pass a couple. Pass 1. So that's just going to be a Wild Rider down. And so charges, so we're going to try and charge with Bestigor. They need an 8. That's an 11, so that's actually a 12-inch charge. Alrighty, so the Bestigor are going to use all-out attack for a command point. I'm going to, again, use all-out defense, a different phase, so I can use the same ability again. So, you got 13 attacks because you charge with 4 models, and the champs there as well. 4s to hit, re-rolling 1 because I am an order unit, so you can re-roll that 1 there. No, so they all miss, and then 3s to wound. That is 6 again. So we've got 6 armor saves, 4 up, but you are -1 ren, so 5 ups. Save 2. And then 6 up wards from Mystical. Save 1, so it's going to take another Wild Rider down. And put a wound on another, so we'll put a wound here. And so the Wild Riders will attack back. So we've got 7 attacks with our Riders hitting on 3s. And wounding on 4s. 2 at -1s. These are 2 5-up saves. 2 6-up wards from Mystical. Saved 1, so 1 Bestigor dies. And then we've got 6 attacks from our mounts. He's going to hit on 4s for 3. And wound on 4s. For 1 more 4+ save. Saved it. So you lost 1. End of the turn. I lost 2 from there. So I am bravery 8, so I don't need to spend anything there. You lost 1. Bravery of the Bestigor is 6. So you do need to take a battle shock test. So go for it. 5 + 1, 6. You're fine as well. So battle shock all fine. End of the turn. You're going to score your battle tactic as we said. So you're going to get the extra point for it being a monster. So it's going to give you 3. And then you are going to control more objectives because you've got your Dragon Ogre touching this objective here, giving you 3 objectives to my 2. So you're going to score 4 points for the first turn. Plus, yeah. And so, start of the hero phase. First of all, we're going to try and generate command points. So we get our extra command point each from our generals being on the table. And then I'm going to pick my battle tactic. We're going to do Monstrous Takeover, picking the Tree Lord Ancient on that objective over there. And next, we'll start with some magic. So, Nomad Prince is going to use Stone Skin on the unit of Eternal Guard in the middle. That goes off on a 10. Do you have anyone within 30 inch of him? So, might as well try. He's got plenty of wizards, so an 11 is needed. Got it. Wow, dispelled. So no Stone Skin. We're then going to go with the Aether Void Pendulum from the Tree Lord Ancient this turn. So that goes off on an 8. Do you have anyone within 30 inch of him? No.
You can dispel me earlier. So.
Yeah, no one's in range, so Aether Void Pendulum is going to come out. And with that, that's going to be the end of the turn, or the hero phase rather. So we're going to go with the Aether Pendulum, move him up. And so Pendulum moves up into the center of the board, and now with that, that's the hero phase done. So we'll go into movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. And so movement's all done for the series of Sigmar. We retreated out the Wild Riders out of there, moved up our Rangers on this flank. Eternal Guard move up and just consolidate on the objective along with the Tree Lord Ancient. And our Wild Riders move up to confront the Javislight. Meanwhile, Durthu comes on the back of the table over there. And so, time for some shooting. So to start with, Durthu is going to shoot those Ungor in the back corner. And so we're needing 4s to hit. Everything hits. Wow. And 3s to wound. 5 wounds with the... These are going to be at -1. So you're going to have a 6-up save, I think, on the Ungor.
How many?
And so, no, they don't actually get a save. -1 on them, thanks to Rend. Ignores their armor, so 5d3 die. That's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, 9 of them die. We're then going to spend a command point, though, and move Durthu. And so, Durthu moves in for the kill after that. Rest of my shooting, I've got the Tree Lord Ancient to shoot. So we'll take a shot at the Javislight with my Doom Tendril Staff. Hits. And, ooh. And no, unfortunately, he failed to wound with that. We'll check whether there's any character in range of the ability from the Nomad Prince. And nobody's in range of the Nomad Prince's ability, so we'll go into charges. We'll start with Durthu. And so Durthu gets a 9, so he's going to get into that poor little hap. And so that's how that charge looks. Second charge, going to go with the Wild Riders into the Javislight. So they get a 5, so they'll get in, because +1 to charge in cities. And so end of the charge phase, Durthu's going to use his Stomp on a 2+, D3 mortal wounds. That poor little sucker is stomped. Durthu doesn't even look at him, just walks past and stomps him. Then we'll go with the Wild Riders first then. Alrighty, so we're going to go with the Wild Riders into the Javislight. So it's the bottom of the turn, so we're going to go all-out attack with them.
All out defense.
So, yep, because your general is able to use all-out defense on the Javislight with his range of his ability. So I'm going to need 2s to hit and 4s to wound. That is 4 at negative. So 5-up save. Oh, save 3. Nice. So one of them is going to go through, so 2 damage. And then the mounts, so the horses, 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. Just 1, no negatives, so 3-up armor save. Saved. So the Javislight's Bile Blood, 2 dice, 4 ups. That's a mortal wound back to my Wild Riders. And so the Javislight attacking back with his Vorpal Claws, 6 attacks.
Needing 3s.
3s to hit. That's 4 hits. And 3s to wound.
So 2, Ren 1.
Ren 1, so these are going to be 6-up saves. Failed both. Damage is 1, so it's going to be a Wild Rider dead. And then 1 attack with your tail.
4s to hit.
Yep, 4s.
Yep.
And
2s to wound. Yep, Ren 2.
So they just go straight through. Damage D3. For 3. Ouch. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3 Wild Riders dead in total. And so lastly, we're just going to pile in with Durthu. He gets a 3-inch pile in. Thanks to having charge. So he's just going to go here. And luckily for that Brave Shaman, he is just out of range. I'm not going to be squishing him in this combat. And with that, that's going to be the end of Cities of Sigmar turn. We're not going to gain any points this turn. Except our battle tactics, which we'll gain 2 for. Other than that, that's going to be it. We will have to take a battle shock test for the Wild Riders though. Alrighty, so battle shock test for the Wild Riders over there. We lost 3. That's 2, so we are fine with that. So going into the end of the turn, going to score 2 victory points. And priority for turn 2, cities, got a 2. Beasts, got a 5. Beast going to take it?
Yeah.
Yep, Beast of Chaos turn 2 coming up. Alrighty, so battle tactic, Beast of Chaos, that monster there, the Shaggoth, is going to do monstrous takeover for your battle tactic. Heroic actions, I think Durthu might be in a little bit of trouble. So we're going to go Finest Hour on Durthu to keep him safe. And so Beast of Chaos, the Shaman is going to try and generate a command point. Does not, however, are you going to spend a command point to get the extra summoning point? He's elected not to, so he's going to roll a dice to get D3 summoning points. Sacrifice 3 Ungor, so another 4 summoning points on the table. Alrighty, so this Shaggoth here is going to do Summon Lightning on the Dragon Ogres. 6, I don't think that goes off, I think it's 7. So Mystic Shield from the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth onto these Dragon Ogres here if you can. 7 goes off, I can't stop it, I'm out of range. And then the Great Bray Shaman. Is going to use Arcane Bolt. So 5 up to cast. Double ones, ugh. He takes D3 mortal wounds and miscasts. Takes 2 mortal wounds. And with that, that's the end of the hero phase. So I'm going to move the Aether Void Pendulum. He literally just moves 8, hits them. And so they take D3 mortal wounds for 2 mortal wounds on the Dragon Ogres. And that's the end of the hero phase for Beast of Chaos turn 2. So going into movements now, and we'll come back after all of it's done. So movement is done for the Beast of Chaos. We've had the Dragon Ogres on both sides of the graveyard move up. Shaggoths come on. Then we've got 10 Ungor just consolidating on the objective. Meanwhile, the Chimera has moved to the backfield there, going after Durthu, as well as the Bestigor going back as well. 10 Ungor were summoned on the back corner there. And then we've had 10 Chaos Warhounds summoned down in this corner over here. So the board's looking like this. Time for some shooting. So starting off, Chimera just does D6 mortal wounds to Durthu for 2. So Ungor Raiders shooting into the Wildwood Rangers. So 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So that's going to be 5 armor saves to make. And so 5 ups. Oh, past none of them. That's going to be 5 dead Wildwood Rangers. And so Jabbersly's shooting next. So he's going to get to shoot the Wild Riders because that's what he's in combat with. So he has, how many shots does Jabbersly have?
3.
3 with his spiked tongue.
Hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s. Lovely.
And then wounding on 3s. And round 1.
Cool. So there's going to be 2 6-up saves on the Wild Riders. Neither. So it's going to kill a Wild Rider and leave the champ on a wound. And so charges for the turn. So who's charging first?
My Bestigor.
Bestigor are going to charge. So that's a 5. So they're going to get in. I'm going to spend a command point on Durthu to stand and shoot. Or unleash hell. Alrighty, so he is -1 to hit, so that does mean these need to hit on 5s. That's 3 hits though. Take that. Wounding on 3s. Just 1. -1, so 5 up. Fail, so D3 damage. For 2, so 2 Bestigor die on the way in. Alright, so Chimera is charging. He needs a 6 on dice. That is a 6, so he's going to get in. Move him into Durthu. Yep, going to go for the Ungor as well into Durthu. 6, that won't see them in. Do you wish to spend a command point? Yep, so Dragon Ogres here into the... That's a 6. That's probably going to see them in. Yep. You see them just moving up there. Next up.
And then my other ones into them.
Yep. 7, that probably sees them in as well. Yep. And any other charges? Yep, Bestigor trying to charge around to the Wild Riders. Not with a double 1, they won't. Do you want to use one of your 2 command points?
Yeah.
And so, no command point being spent on the Bestigor. Quite happy with how it is. So, monstrous reactions. You get to do yours first. So what's the Jabberslye doing? What is the Chimera doing? Right, Jabberslye is going to go for a stomp on a 2+. He does, so he's going to do any amount of mortal wounds. Does the last wound on the Wild Rider. And then the Chimera is going to go with a roar on Dirthu, so a 3+. Doesn't get it, so Dirthu will be able to use all that defense. Dirthu, on the other hand... Alright, Dirthu's going to go for Smash to Rubble. We're going to try and destroy that Herdstone. So... 6, Herdstone is smashed to rubble, no longer has any effect on the battle. Take that, you stupid Herdstone. Alrighty, so Chimera is going to go first into Dirthu. I'm going to elect to use all-out defense. Alright, so the Chimera is going to use all-out attack on Dirthu. So, first of all, what head is first? Avian head?
Yep, so two to hit.
Yep, because using all-out attack. So, oh, there you go. It's paid off straight away.
And then 4's to wound.
3 wounds.
Rend...
So, Rend 3, now I am currently at +1, ignoring a point of Rend, so I'm Rend 2, so which means I go from a 2 to a 3 to a 4. So, 4 up saves on Dirthu. Oh, he failed them all. Damage?
D3.
So, 3d3 damage on Dirthu. Oh dear. Ouch, that is 7 damage so far from the Chimera.
So, he's on.
And then, we're going with your Draconic Head.
Yep.
So 2's to hit, 3's to hit.
Yeah, 3's to hit.
2 hits.
And then 4's to wound.
Yep.
Rend 1.
Rend 1, so I don't care. So 2 up. Fine.
And
then
my
Leoline head.
Yep, so 3's to hit. 3's to wound.
2. Rend 1.
Rend 1, yep.
So don't care. 2 ups. Saved.
And then my Mauling Claws. So 3's to hit. And then 3's to wound. There's no run.
Cool. So I'm a 2 up against these as well.
4.
So 4 2 up saves on Dirthu. Saved them all. So Dirthu's going to go into the Bestigor back. So we are 3's to hit with our sword. 2 hits. And then 2's to wound thanks to our finest hour. For 2, these are going to be -3. So they're going to ignore your Bestigor's armor save completely. 2d6 damage. For 7 of them die. And then we're going to go with the Impaling Talon. Misses. So it's just the 7 dead. Alrighty, so Dragon Ogre's going next. So got the Draconic Glaives, first of all. Hitting on 3's to hit. That's 5 hits. And then wounding on... wounding on 3's. For 2. So any rend on these?
There's 1 rend.
So 6 ups. Failed both. And so it's going to be 2 Wildwood Rangers down. Then your Draconic Crusher.
Yep. So hitting on 3's.
Yep. And wounding on
3's.
3's. No rend on this though. So 5 up. Failed. Damage 2.
Yep.
It's another 2 down. And then your 4 limbs from them.
So I get 6 of them, right? Yeah. So hitting on 4's.
Yep. 4. And wounding on 4's, I believe.
Yep. 1.
For 1. 5 up save. No, another one dies. So 5 dead altogether. Alrighty, so Wildwood Rangers back into the Dragon Ogres over here then. So we are going to be 3's to hit. Oh, that's not the greatest roll. And 3's to wound. 1. -1. It's failed, so 1 wound on your Dragon Ogres. And so yeah, 6 up ward. Nope, failed, so 1 wound on the Dragon Ogres. So the Dragon Ogres fighting back, so 8 attacks from the Glaives.
Yep, so 3's. And 3's.
So
So 4 rend 1.
Yep, 5 ups. And then 6 up wards from Mystical. Nothing, that's going to be 4. Then the Draconic Crusher, 3s. And 3s. 2. No rend on the Draconic Crusher, so that saves them both.
Yep.
And then 6 attacks from the Clawed Forelimbs.
So 4s.
And 4s. 2. 5 ups. And a 6 up. Can we do it? No.
Okay.
The last one dies. And so he's got 4 attacks. 3s to hit with his spear. All hit. And 3s to wound. 3 at -1, so 3 5 ups. Take 2 wounds, so 2 6 up wards. No, so 2 more damage on that Dragon Ogre there. So the Bestigor champion has 4 attacks. He's got against Durthu, so he needs to get all of these through to kill Durthu pretty much. So 4s to hit, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll that 1. You straight away can't kill Durthu, but 3 to wound. 2 up save on Durthu. Fails. So Durthu takes another wound, but doesn't die. And so last combat for the turn, Wildwood Rangers into the Dragon Ogres. We're going to go for 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. Oh, that's a good roll. So that is 5, 10, 14 armor saves, -1. 14 armor saves, -1, so 5 ups. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Plus your 2, so that's 11 wounds. So that kills 1 and puts 1 down to a wound. So Battle Shock, Dragon Ogres on a 6 they fail. They do, so another Dragon Ogre flees, unfortunately. The Bestigor champion over there flees because the Herdstone is not a terrain feature making you immune to Battle Shock, so he just disappears. And I'll use a command point here to make the Wildwood Rangers immune to Battle Shock. And with that, so you are going to control that objective for 2 in a row. You're not going to control... You're going to control that one for 2 in a row, so you're going to get 1, 2, and your battle tactic was Monstrous Takeover, so you'll get another 4 this turn. You won't control more because Durthu took control of that objective from you. So, Cities of Sigmar, turn 2 then. For starters, we're going to go with our battle tactic. Alright, so battle tactic for the turn, I'm going to choose Conquer because he actually took this objective off me last turn. So he's actually going to score, and he would have actually scored an extra point because you would have had more. So we'll tally that up, giving you the extra point. So he's now on a 9 to my 2, going into my turn 2. So yeah, he scored an extra point. I'm going to pick Conquer on this one, and then we'll go into some magic. Alrighty, so heroic actions for the turn. Durthu, we're going to do heroic healing on. 10. Oh, that's actually over his bravery, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, no healing for Durthu. Heroic action for the Beast of Chaos. What do you want to do? Do you want to heroic healing your shaman, or do you want to do a command point? So he's going for heroic healing on the shaman. So 2d6, trying to roll under your Bray Shaman's bravery. Watch him do it with a worse bravery statistic. That's a 6. And a 7. What's the bravery of a Bray Shaman? And so he fails as well. So no heroic healing for anyone. Going into my hero phase proper. So we're going to go with Stone Skin on himself for the Nomad Prince. 6. And that's going to go off. So you can try and dispel that if you want. You need a 7 to stop it. 8. Stopped. Tree Lord Ancient is going to go with Mystic Shield on himself. So that goes off on a 7. And try and dispel that as well. And for a 10, stop that as well. Last thing in the hero phase, Tree Lord Ancient is going to bring out a forest. And so we've plonked our forest down there. With that, we're going to go into some movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. No, we're not done. We're going to spend our command point for the turn, and we're going to try and rally the Wild Riders here. So 2 dice, 6 ups. Oh, got 1 Wild Rider back for this unit. And so now we'll go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alrighty, and so that is movement. So time for some shooting. Alright, so Durthu's got 2 shots with his Verdant Blast at the Chimera. Hitting on 4s, both hit. Wounding on 3s. 1 wound, -1 on the Chimera. So 5. Ooh, is that going to say? No, so that fails. So D3 damage for 2 wounds on the Chimera so far. So True Lord Ancient, he's going to take a shot at the Bray Shaman up there. So 3 to hit with his Doom Tendril Staff. Hits. And wounds. -1, I believe. So what? Shaman, I don't actually think he's going to get a save.
I think it's 5.
So we'll have a quick check of the save. Great Shaman has a 6, so no save, so D6 damage. For 5, he's dead.
Yeah, I should have healed.
Well, we both failed to heal. True, that is Mystical Forest, so 5 mystical saves. He needs to pass 4 of these on a 6-up. Yahtzee coming up. 1, no, he's dead. Gets shot off by the True Lord Ancient. And so, charges first. We're going to charge with the Wild Riders here. So they're going to go 8. So they're in. And then we'll charge with the Tree Lord Ancient as well. 6. I don't think he's going to make it, and I've got no command points to re-roll it. So that'll be that. We're going to go with Dirthu first. So, monstrous abilities. Dirthu's going to use Titanic Jewel for +1 to hit. What does your Chimera want to do? And so Chimera's going to try and roar back at Dirthu. 3+. Gets it. Dirthu cannot use command abilities, but I am going to be +1 to hit from Titanic Jewel. That's it for the monstrous ability. So Dirthu has 5 attacks thanks to the forest being near him. +1 to hit means I'm at 2s. And then we're going to be wounding on 3s. They are going to go straight through your Chimera's armor. So it's going to be 4d3 damage. For 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage on the Chimera. All comes down to the Impaling Talon. If I roll, hopefully a 6 to hit. No. Does hit though. Wounds. -2, so another wound on your Chimera. So he goes up to 10. Alright, so 2 of these into the glaive, the horses, the 2 glaives into the Wild Riders is what I mean. Yep. So 3s.
Yep.
And 3s.
So
3.
Ran 1.
It's cool. 3 6-ups. Saved none, so there's going to be a Wild Rider dead. And another wound. And then 4 attacks with the clawed forelimbs into them as well.
So 4s. 1.
1 hit and a 4 to wound. 5-up save from this. Failed. That's going to kill another Wild Rider. And then the Draconic Crusher into the Nomad Prince.
3s. 1.
And 3s. No rend on this, so a 3-up armor save. Saved.
And then
clawed forelimbs, 4s. And a 4 to wound. And a 3-up armor save again. Saved again. Well, we'll go the Wildwood Rangers here. And so the Wildwood Rangers are needing 3s to hit into that lone Dragon Ogre. And 3s to wound. Roll that one. So 19 saves to make, -1. These are 4-ups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's dead. Chimera gonna go into Dirthu. Do you wish to spend a command point for all-out attack?
Yes, please.
So it's gonna be +1 to hit. And so your Avian Head first, hitting on 2s.
Yep. Yep.
And wounding on 3s. 4s? 4s for the Avian Head. So 1. -1 now. So this is going to be a 4-up save. Failed.
D3.
D3. For 1. Means you got 2 wings left.
Yep.
And then your...
Draconic.
The Draconic Head, yep.
So 3s to hit. 1. 4s to wound. No.
Nothing. The Leonine Head.
3s to hit. Yep. And 3s to wound. Yep, so that's Ren 1.
Yep, so these are 4-up saves. Take 2, that's going to kill Deathu. 3 wounds, Deathu goes down. Wild Riders going then into the Dragon Ogres, so we are 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. Nothing. And then the mounts 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. 2 at no rends. So passed them both. All up to the Nomad Prince to try and get me my battle tactic now. So 3s. And 3s. 3 at -1. So it's going to be 4 damage. That's going to kill a Dragon Ogre. Potentially 4 mystical saves. It's going to kill a Dragon Ogre just. Do the 3. That means you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I am going to get my battle tactic. However, I did lose Deathu, so you are going to get a victory point for killing a monster this turn.
Yep.
This battle round. And I'm going to get my 4. I'm going to get control that for 2 turns. I don't control that, but I now control that for 2 turns. So I get 1, 2, and then 3, 4 for my battle tactic. And so it is 6 for the cities and 10 for the Beast of Chaos. Going into turn 3 priority roll. Cities got a 2 again. 4 for the beasts. Beast taking it again.
Yeah.
And so Beast of Chaos are going to give Cities of Sigmar the turn for this round. They're going to choose to remove this objective here, which puts Cities in a little bit of a pickle. So we'll see how this goes. Cities of Sigmar, turn 3. Battle tactic wise, I'm going to go for Bring It Down, picking the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth there to die. And then we're going to go Finest Hour as well on the Tree Lord Ancient.
I'll also do Finest Hour.
Yep, and you're doing Finest Hour back on the Shaggoth as well?
Yep.
Cool. And so hero phase, we're going to go Stone Skin on himself here. Goes off on 11. You can try and dispel that. You need to roll box cards. No, so I finally get a spell off. Tree Lord Ancient is then going to use Arcane Bolt. That goes off on a 9. You can try and stop that. And you're 10. 5. Yeah, they got it. So stopped. Arcane Bolt is stopped. And so that'll be the end of my hero phase. So we'll move the Aether Void Pendulum. I'll do D3 mortals to that Shaggoth. For 2 mortal wounds to him. And with that, that's the end of the hero phase. So we go into movement. Alrighty, end of the movement phase. What have we done? We've got the Wildwood Rangers finally coming on. And then we've got the Tree Lord Ancient Wildwood Rangers here moving up in the center to kill the Shaggoth. Total Guard coming back. We've got to deal with those doggos. And so, time for some shooting. Tree Lord Ancient's going to shoot at the Shaggoth. So we are a 2 to hit and a 3 to wound. Wounds, so -1 on the Doom Tendril Staff. Saved. Charges, so we're going to start with the Wildwood Rangers here charging. It's a 6, so that's going to see them in, I think. Tree Lord Ancient is going to charge as well. Oh, okay, we're spending a command point there for a reroll on that one. Oh dear. Oh dear. Thought that was going to be bad. So he's in. Wildwood Rangers, they're going to need a 9 then to get those Bestigor. Oh, so close. No rerolls available though. The Eternal Guard on the other side of the board are going to charge as well. They got a 9, of course they did. And so that's the end of the charge phase. So we're going to go Monster Reaction or Monstrous Rampage. Tree Lord Ancient, we're going to use Roar on the Shaggoth, so a 3-up. He cannot use command abilities.
I'll do the same.
Yep. Does the same, can't use command abilities as well, so neither of us are going to be plus to hit or save. With that said, I'm going with the Tree Lord Ancient first, I reckon. Actually, no, we're going to go with the Wildwood Rangers first. So, Wildwood Rangers, they're going to use all that attack though. So, we're going to be 2s to hit against the Shaggoth. And 3s to wound. And so just a 4-up armor save, -1, +1. It's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's dead, because that's going to be 22 points of damage. So 2 Dragon Ogres with the glaives into the Wild Riders then. 8 attacks.
Yep, so 3s.
And 3s.
Yep.
So 5 armor saves.
Run 1.
Run 1, cool. So there's going to be 6-up saves on my Wild Riders. Save 1, that's going to be 4, so that's going to kill the Wild Riders. Nomad Prince is going to fight back against the Dragon Ogres, so 3s. And 3s. 1 at -1. Take 2 wounds. So Eternal Guard into the dogs. So we are going to be 4s to hit. Sorry, 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. That's a much worse roll. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so 6-up armor save. 2, so 7 dogs die. And so the 3 dogs will fight back, so 6 attacks between them.
So 4s.
And 4s. And 1. Failed it. So 1 Eternal Guard will die. So Battle Shock for the end of the turn. Doggos just run because they're losing 3 plus D6. And then that's it for Battle Shock. So going into Beasts of Chaos turn after this. So I'm going to score 4, kill the monster, so get a point. And then I got my battle tactic for 3, and then I've got the objective down here held for 2 or more turns for a point. So we're going to score 4 this turn. And so Beasts of Chaos turn 3. They're going to generate 1 summoning point. Putting them up to 2. And then they're also, if they want, spend a command point to get another one. Magic time. You've just got the 1 solitary Shaggoth left.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's going to use Heroic Healing with his Dragon Ogre Shaggoth for his heroic ability. 10 is over. With that, I'm going to go with... and try and generate a command point on the Nomad Prince down here. Does not. And so into Magic, Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, what spell does he want to cast? So he's going to try and cast Summon Lightning on himself. It goes off on a 9. I will try and dispel it. Stopped on a 10, so nothing. That's the end of the hero phase. I get to move the Aether Void Pendulum this time. So 8 will jump over, and now we'll go into Ungor as well. So we're going to do D3 Mortal Wounds to the Shaggoth for 3. And D3 Mortal Wounds to those Ungor there as well for 1. So 1 Ungor dies, 3 wounds on the Shaggoth. And with that done, it's time for some movement. So we'll go into all the movement, and we'll come back after it's done. Alrighty, movement is done. Bestigor have moved up to try and kill my Nomad Prince. And then so the Ungor Raiders, and then we've got the Shaggoth and Ungor moving over there. Chimera's coming down to try and do some damage, and the Jabberslayer just consolidates on his backfield objective. So with that, let's go into some shooting. The Chimera's just going to do a Mortal Wound. So where does he want to do his Mortal Wound? To the Tree Lord. So just a Mortal Wound on the Tree Lord. And so, yeah, Ungor Raiders are going to shoot the Nomad Prince. Slay the Warlord is his... what we call it, battle tactic for the turn. Forgot my words. So let's go into that. So no negatives to hit, so just 4s to hit. And 3s to wound. So that is 5, 6, 7. Armor saves to make. So these are on a 3+. Failed 2, so he takes 2 wounds. And charges. So what do we got to charge?
Charge mine.
Bestigor to start with. 10, they're definitely in. Any other charges to declare?
My Chimera into your...
Yep.
Adders.
So Chimera.
Yep.
So he's got 11-inch charge. I'm going to choose... Ooh. You know what? I'm going to choose to Unleash Hell on him.
Might kill him though.
So this is going to be a 3 up. I hit. 3 up. I don't wound. Dang it. And so, your turn to pick something that might end my Nomad Prince. Alrighty, so Chimera into the Ancients. So, let's go. First of all, here's Avian Head.
So, I'm going to use all out attack.
Yep.
Oh wait, are we doing?
So the Avian Head with all out attack, choose to hit.
Yep. All hit. Force to wound.
Yep. One. -1.
Yep.
So 4 up, saved.
My Draconic Head.
Yep.
Hitting on threes.
Nothing. The
The
Leonine Head, hitting on 3s.
Yep.
All hit. Winning on
threes.
2.
2 ran 1.
Yep, so these are, what do we call it? 4 ups. Save both. And then 6 attacks with your claws. Hitting on 3s. And winning on 3s.
Yeah.
4. -1.
No.
No run, so 3 up. Take a wound. Nomad Prince is going to go into the Bestigor, so we are 3s. Once again, he fails me. And 3s. Nothing. Go choppy chop. Alrighty, so Bestigor, 16 attacks. They are going to be 4s, re-rolling 1s. Re-roll all those 1s because I'm an order unit. That one as well. And so all the 4s hit. And 3s to wound. Oh dear. So we'll take those out. And then this many 4-up armor saves. I think I'm dead. I'm not dead. I take a wound. Alright, Tree Lord Ancient into the Chimera then. So 3 attacks with my sweeping blows. 3s to hit, all hit. 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -1 on the Chimera, so 2 6-ups. No, so 2d6 damage. He takes 7 damage. He's dead. Dead. Now your 2 remaining Dragon Ogres. And so 8 attacks from your glaives. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 3s. There's 4. -1, so 4 ups. Dead. Great. Nomad Prince is dead. And I'm taking you with me. And so that is the end of the turn. So you're going to get... You did control this at the end of last turn, didn't you?
It was a dead objective.
Oh, it's dead objective. Yeah, don't worry. Dead objective. So you get 1, and then 2. You don't get more, but you get 1, 2. You get your battle tactic. However, so yeah, you're going to get 2 for this round.
You get 1 point for more.
And so, end of turn 3. Cities have 10. Beasts of Chaos, whatever that was, doesn't matter. Changing. They've got 12, 14. So it's 4-point gap still. Going into round 4. Cities. Got a 5, finally. Can we see something? Got a 1. Ooh. We'll have a look at this. So yeah, we're going to have to take the turn with cities. Battle tactic wise. Slay the Warlord is the obvious one here. We're going to try and do it with a monster as well. And then heroic actions. We're going to try and do some heroic healing on the Tree Lord Ancient. He gets that off, so heals D3 for 2, which takes him back to full health. Heroic action for you.
Heroic healing.
Heroic healing on your Shaggoth. 2d6. That's above, so no healing for him. And then into magic, the Tree Lord Ancient is going to use Arcane Bolt. Goes off on a 5. And try and dispel it with his Shaggoth. Stops. Got a lot of magic denial this game. With that, we're going to go into movements. Alrighty, so last bit of movement, just going to move them on there, and then we've got all of that moved across the table as well. Then moving up to try and take his back objective, slay his Warlord, and then we're going to try and get those Ungor Raiders dead as well. Shooting Tree Lord Ancient is going to try and shoot your Beast Lord. So needs a 3 to hit, misses. And so, charges. Tree Lord Ancient is going to charge. He got an 8. And the Wildwood Rangers next to him will charge as well. They got an 8 as well. So that's what this looks like over there. And then we're going to go with the Wildwood Rangers down here charging into the Ungor Raiders. They got a 4, so ooh. Yeah, we're going to use our command point to reroll. Into a 7. Ooh, that's going to be close. So he's electing to use Unleash Hell on me, so he's going to need 5s to hit because he's -1. Not a bad roll though. And 3s to wound. Oh dear. It's going to be a lot of saves to make. So 5 ups. And then 6 ups after this. So 6 up boards from Mystical. Nope, 4 are going to die on going in. End of the charge phase. We're going to stomp that Beast Lord there. So 2 up. D3 mortals for 1 mortal wound on him so far. And then we're going to go first in the combat with him. He's going to attack, put everything into that Beast Lord. And so 3 attacks with my sweeping blows. 3s, all hit. And 3s. 2, -1. So Beast Lord has an armor save of 4+, so 5+ save. D6 damage though. Oh, 1. So he takes another wound. Impaling Talon. Hits. Wounds. So that's another -2 armor save this time. Takes another wound. He's not dead. So I'm not going to get the extra point for a monster doing it. But I will get Slay the Warlord probably still. So Beast Lord's going into the Wildwood Rangers then. 6 attacks. 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1. Apparently getting stopped by a tree, and then that will not save 1, so 1's going to die. And Rangers into the Ungor Raiders, 3s to hit, and 3s to wound. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Just enough to kill you. So they were wiped out. So 5 Ungor into the Wildwood Rangers. Go for it. So
Needing.
Needing 4s to hit and 4s to wound. 2. And so 2 5-up armor saves. Save 1, 1 dies. Alright, so we split our attacks between the Ungor and the Beast Lord. We need them all dead. So into the Ungor first. 3s. And 3s. So it's going to be 5 at -1. You need to fail all of these, please.
So 5.
5 at -1. So 5 6 ups. They're all dead. And then into the Beast Lord. 3s. And 3s. So he needs to make that many at -1. He's already taken 3 wounds, so he can only fail 1. That's 2 fails straight away. He's dead. End of the turn, I'm going to gain 5 points. So I've got the Slay the Warlord, and now I've got the 1, 2, and more now thanks to that objective. So 5 for me. Alright, so battle tactic for the Beasts of Chaos. Their turn 4. They're going to go for Conquer, picking the middle objective there. And then we're going to go into heroic actions. Try and generate a command point with Shaggoth on a 2+ now, because you're generally dead. He gets it, so... and then True Ancient might as well. 2+. Doesn't. Yuck. Magic. He can try and heal himself with his Summon Lightning as well. Doesn't go off. And so that's it for the hero phase. Let's go into some movement. And that's movement done. He's just moved his troops over here. Shaggoth's gone and conquered the objective, so he's got that. And now it's just some charges. So Bestigor to charge first. They got a 6, they're in. And the Dragon Ogres as well. We've got 5, that'll get them in as well. Combat. Bestigor are going to go first. So you've got 4 in there, so they're going to have 3 attacks on the charge, so 13 attacks between them all. Hitting on 4s. Actually 3s, because I've got more than 10 models in the unit. Re-rolling those 1s. And then 3s to wound. So it's going to be this many armor saves. 6 ups. Save 2, so that's going to be 6 die. Mystical first though, so 6 up ward. Save 1, so 5 die. And so 3s to hit the Dragon Ogres. And 3s to wound. Not many armor saves.
So 4s.
Yep, -1, so 5s. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, so that's going to kill 1 and put a wound on another. And so he's going to get to attack back.
So just 4 now. Hey?
Yep, just 4 attacks with your Draconic Glaive now. 3s. All hit. And 3s. All wounds.
Red 1.
Yep, so these are 6 ups. Followed by 6 ups. Oh, I only lose 1 to that.
And then ranking 4 ones is 4s.
And 4s. Nothing. So I got no command points, so I lost 6 that round from them. So Battle Shock for the Wildwood Rangers. 1. That makes 7. I'm fine. He will... You can make him you can make him auto pass if you want.
Yeah.
And that ends your turn. So you're going to get point there, plus your battle tactic for 3, plus that 1 because you've controlled it. Wait, no, sorry. You're not going to control that one. You haven't got that one for 2 turns. So you're going to get that one plus your battle tactic for 3. And that's that. So you're going to get 3 for this turn. All right, so priority cities. Got a 1. You got a 6. Beasts are going to get to take the turn. We've got to work this out because this is going to be real tight. So, battle tactic for the turn. He's going to pick Broken Ranks, trying to kill that unit of Battleland there. He's got a couple of monsters he's going to try and do it with. Shaggoth is going to use his Finest Hour. And then we're also going to go with the Shaggoth using Arcane Bolt. So, 5 casts. Nothing I can do to stop that. So, it goes off. And then, yeah, this doesn't matter really down here. We're going to go into movement, move them, and we'll do some shooting with the Jabberslayer after that. And so that's it for that. Some movement all done over there. Jabberslayer is going to shoot.
So 3s.
And 3s. 1. This is going to be -1, so a 6 up. Nope, so 1 more dies. And then charges. So the Shaggoth charging. He's in. And the Jabberslayer charging. He's in as well. So monster reactions. First of all, the Shaggoth is going to try and roar on a 3+. He does. So no command abilities. And then the Jabberslayer 1 dice is going to try and stomp. He does. D3 mortal wounds. For 3. Ouch. That's another 3 of them dead. Yep. And with that, and how much the Shaggoth killed, there's nothing I can do. Even if I knock the Shaggoth off, he's still going to outnumber me, which means you're going to get 1, 2 more. Your battle tactic, or no. So we'll have to have a quick check. So, Rangers into the Shaggoth. We're going to go with 3s to hit. Just 2. 3s to wound. 2. -1 on the Shaggoth, so these are 5 ups, 4 ups actually. It's going to be 2 wounds on him. How many has he taken? 5, 6, 7. Dang, he's not dead. Jabberslayer has to go in to get the points. So, fighting and trying to kill the Rangers. He's now got 6 attacks with his Vorpal Claws.
So 3s.
And 3s.
So 3, Rend 2.
Yep, Rend 1 on the Vorpal Claws, so 6 ups. 2 die. And then your tail for 1 attack. You need to kill 1 more dude. That just missed. One of them's going to live. Well, no one survives. Rend 2 on the Vorpal Claws, sorry. So they're all dead. So True Lord Ancient then piles in. We're going to put all our attacks into the Shaggoth. So 3s to hit with the Tendril Staff. All hit. And 3s to wound. All wound. 3 at -1. That is 1, 2, 2, 3, 2 fails. So 2d6, he takes 7 damage. He did. So I will gain a point this battle round for killing a monster. But you're going to gain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 because you killed me with a battle line unit for your battle tactics. So 6 points for you. And with that, it's going to be game to the Beasts of Chaos. I can't get 7 points in my last turn in any fashion with what I have on the table. So good game, man. That was a lot of fun. Well, that's the end of the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And also, drop us a comment in the video and let us know what you enjoyed about it as well. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fun community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the description of the video to our Discord server. You can come chat with me and other members. Lastly, if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by joining Patreon or YouTube members linked in the video's description, or by getting some merch from Teespring, also linked in the video's description. We'd like to give a shout out to everyone who helps support the channel on Patreon and YouTube members, so a special shout out to our Patreons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Alder and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Adina226, Anton Nielsen, JJ Austrian, and Average Wargamer. And a shout out to our YouTube members as well: Greenroots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zealot, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Lock Lorick, The Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, and Wolfric Nick. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Witchfox Art, who does the amazing artwork you see on the channel. Everything here is done by her. She does an amazing job, so thank you very much. And lastly, a special shout out to Xmorphic, who does all the background work on the Discord server, keeps it running smoothly and makes it amazing, because I am terrible with computers. So thank you, Xmorphic, as well. That's it for today though, folks. Stay safe everyone, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.